Hello everyone, this is Naomi, your desert sailor, and I wanted to do an episode on how to find weather on Lake Mead so that you can determine whether you're going to go sailing or not. So I visit a few of these websites to compare them all so I can get some different data and then see which ones relate to each other. When I get on my boat, you know that I always put on my VHF radio and listen to the WX when I'm getting ready. But they also have a website. So if you go to Weather.gov in your browser, you have all these options here. Look at the whole country you can choose. So let's choose Southern Nevada right down here. And let us go to Forecasts and then scroll down to recreation areas. Now we have Lake Mead right there. Click on Lake Mead. We have some observations and some forecast radar. So let's go to forecast. I guess you can go there too. And because the marina is in Boulder Basin, which is right here, and that's where we usually go sailing out of, let's go to Boulder Basin. And here we have for today, which is March 18th, 2020, it will be partly sunny with 50% chance of rain showers. That's a lot. Southeast winds under 10 miles per hour in the morning, becoming light, and waves less than a foot. But we want to see if we can go sailing tomorrow, Thursday. So it says mostly sunny, which is nice, south winds, which is nice, and then 10 to 20 miles per hour, which is about 8 knots to 18 knots. And the waves are 1 to 2 feet. So 2 feet is actually pretty big for this lake. So that means that the wind will have been blowing long enough to actually develop waves like this. All right, so that's that site. So we know that. Then I go to the Forecast.gov in the National Weather Service Forecast Office, which I have bookmarked. So forecast.weather.gov, and you get this tabular formation, or you can choose the hourly weather graph. I usually like to see it this way. It's just the way I like it visually. So let's look at this for Thursday. And I like to choose knots, and I'm going to choose Thursday at about 7 a.m. because maybe I want to go sailing at 8. And I say submit. I make sure that I have precipitation and rain checked off here. And I see that they too are saying it's coming from the south, and it's 12 knots with 17 knot gusts at 9 a.m. and at 8 it's around 10 or 11 without any gusts yet. So here the gusts start coming in, and it's all the way up to 25 by 3 p.m. Okay. And then the rain only comes in here. So this is probably why we're getting this push, is because some rain might be coming in. Let's look at the tabular forecast, which is this same thing. I always make sure this is in knots because it switches over when you click it. Submit. And we see that at 8 a.m. surface wind is 11. The potential is only 1% for rain. And let's see, it's going 12 to 17, 13 to 18. So this is actually pretty nice. I mean, we could definitely go sailing in this. This is looking good. 15 to 21 gets a little uncomfortable just because of the gusts and choosing what sail you're going to use. I want to just go back to this national weather forecast for Boulder Basin because the radar is actually pretty useful and interesting when on the day that you're actually preparing to go. So this is today at between 12 and 1, 12:30 and 1, and this was kind of like the flow of it. They have a Twitter feed here and another video, so let's check that out. So yeah, quite a big system. There's Laughlin, and it's coming from the south southwest-ish direction. Radar is very important to check. This one is not as easy to see it move, so but you can see generally what's going on. This is currently what's going on. Then I go to Windy.com. I do have an account there. It's free to a certain extent, and so I have my favorites already saved, and I can choose wind right here. And I'm going to choose Lake Mead, my little saved Lake Mead here. And here for Thursday, we have 4 different weather models down here. This is the European model, and it's 9 kilometers away. This is the GFS model, which is free, and it's 22 kilometers away. This is a French model, which I never ever use. And this is the NAM model, which is a little more accurate because of the geography, and it's 5 kilometers away. That said, 5 kilometers is past Boulder Basin, Boulder City, and so sometimes Boulder City gives you a weather forecast that's not quite accurate down at the lake. So let's look at the GFS model. And again, it's coming from the south, same kind of model, and at 9 a.m., 12 to 16, so the gusts, yeah, pretty similar, and the NAM, 16 to 20, closer to the Weather.gov, 17 to 21. Now, it's saying gusts at 20 at 9 a.m., so we would just be ready for that. Okay, things are looking pretty congruent. Sometimes you'll get a lot of difference. So here on windfinder.com, which is also an app, you can find your spot for your weather here. I've chosen Rock Island, which is Boulder Islands. A lot of people use South Boulder Basin, which if you come down here, at the bottom it says nearby spots. You can choose the South Boulder Basin buoy as well. So I'm going to choose Rock Island and Super Forecast. And here we have March 18th at 9 a.m. Let's look at this again, and it's saying that it's 3. No, that's today. Sorry. Thursday. There we go. Starting at 8 a.m. The gusts, they're saying even 7. So 18 with 21 gusts, but it is sunny, 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 and then precipitation. So the same, it's pretty much the same idea. And then we look at the pressure, and the pressure is pretty consistent. No big drops and no big rises. So, all right, so it's looking like a really nice day for sailing, you guys. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is Predict Wind, and you get a lot more if you pay a subscription. But again, see, they have the European model and the free North American model, but then they also use their own. So they use an algorithm to check different things. So I'm going to just refresh this. And I think it also depends on, these models are also like when they're updated, like how many times per day. And I believe Windfinder is updated, I think twice a day. You'd have to go into the settings and see. And Windy is every 4 or 5 hours. Windy, look, it also has the webcam right here, which is nice. And there we go. There's that webcam we saw on this one. There you go. Same image. Pretty cool. And that's on windy.com. Predict wind on Thursday. Looking like the GFS model is similar. And look at this. South, 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 south. Nice. This is what we're looking for. Cloud cover. It's going to be cloudy. We don't care. Whereas the other ones were saying partially cloudy. But this is getting towards the 3 o'clock when the precipitation is coming in, so that makes sense. So here they're calling for precipitation possibly a little bit earlier. So we're still liking the idea of going between 8 and 11 is what I'm liking. Here's SailFlow. It's also an app, and again, it really kind of shows way more stuff once you've paid for it. So let's go to Lake Mead. It does have a Lake Mead one, and it has current. How do I close this though? This is kind of a drag. How do we do this? Because it has advertising and stuff. So yeah, there are the buoys. So there's the Rock Island one. Here's the Lake Mead South buoy, which we're going to look at in a second. Boulder Island's near Boulder City, Lake Mead Marina. Okay, so let's look at this one. I don't know if that's a forecast. Oopsie. So this is what's been going on and what is happening. 8 miles per hour right now. Let's go to the free forecast because I think if you say plus, then you have to pay. I actually really kind of like the imagery on this one, but there we go. Why can't I make this bigger? 8 a.m. Looking pretty consistent with the others. This is good. This rarely happens. Okay, cool. It's looking similar too. Okay, so then if you did decide 8 a.m. and it's like 7:30 a.m. and you're up ready to drive down to the lake, then you would come here at the SBBN2 weather buoy for current data. What's happening right now, well, pretty much 20 minutes ago is what it usually is. So let's just refresh this. And I guess I'll give you all these links in the description so you can bookmark them. And maybe, yeah, I guess that's probably the easiest thing. Okay, so I've chosen this one because look, there's a few of them. There's one here, and there's one over in Virgin Basin. So we've chosen this one. This is the SBBN2 one that you see near Sentinel Island. And so at 2:20 p.m., which makes no sense because right now it's 20 to 2. So it usually is a 20-minute lag. So I think this is 2 o'clock p.m., which I guess would be maybe 1 o'clock p.m. So half an hour ago for us is it was 5 knots with 8 knot gusts, and then we can kind of watch the trend. So it was pretty quiet there. It's kind of getting a little bit more. And there you go. So yesterday we were sailing, and I just want to see what went on yesterday. Compare it with what we experienced, and we were sailing around this time. Yeah. Now, this time, was it really this time? Anyway, if it is an hour off, then yeah, this was kind of similar to what we experienced yesterday. And the winds were kind of shifty. I don't remember them coming from the southwest, but definitely they came from the east and east-northeast, and then the north. So I kind of wish they would fix this clock on here, and I don't think it has anything to do with daylight savings because it's sort of been like this even though we've gone through daylight this week. So I think that's all I wanted to show you. So it's looking like a good day for sailing tomorrow. Make sure we put in a reef for sure and put our little head sail up and have a nice solid wind. Anybody want to go with me? All right. Hope that helps, and good luck investigating weather yourself.